Let me send the push notification. Please work. Please, please, please. Oh, it's working. Hi friends, I'm Madhavta from Easy Approach and it's the 40th video of Flutter video series. In this video, we are going to implement an amazing thing, a Firebase backend service which I like most, and that is cloud messaging. Firebase cloud messaging allows you to send messages across different devices that are connected to your Firebase project. You can send notification to the devices, or you can even send custom data messages. Now let's see how we're gonna implement this. I'm starting everything from the scratch. This is the Flutter project I've just made, not a single line of code added. Now first of all, we need to make a Firebase project so that we can connect our application with that project. So you can go on Firebase console and click on this get started. This would open the Firebase console. And now you can add a new project. So just click here and give the name of the project, like messaging test. You can give any name. So just click on continue, again continue. Now you have to select some account. So now our Firebase project is ready to use. And firstly, we need to connect our application with this project. So I'm just connecting the Android module of the application. So just you have to go here. And now you have to fill some data. Now first of all, we need to give the Android package name. This is also called the application ID, and you can get it by opening the Android module of the application separately in Android Studio. So for opening the Android module, you have to go in your project root directory and you have to right click here, and here in the Flutter you can go and open Android module in Android Studio. This would open your Android module of the project separately. Now let's open the app level Gradle build file. So you can open it from here, and inside it you can find application ID. Here it is. So you just have to copy this and you have to paste it here. Now there we have two different fields as well, the application nickname and the debug sign-in certificate. But we are not filling this because we don't really need to fill this for what we are doing. So just register the app. And now we have to download this Google services.json file. So just click here. This would download the file. And now what we need to do, we need to paste this file in our Android module. So just open your Android module and switch from Android mode to the project mode. And now inside the root directory, we have another app folder, and we need to paste the file that we have downloaded in this folder. So you can just drag this file. Just one thing you have to take care, you have to give the right name of this file, that is google.services. So remove the extra thing. So that's great. So we have pasted this file. And now we can proceed to the next step. Now the next step is we need to add this line in the project level Gradle build file. So just copy this, and now we can switch back to the Android Android mode. And here we have the project level Gradle build file. So we need to add that line we have just copied, and we need to paste it here. And now the next step is we need to add this line in the app level Gradle build file. So just copy this line, and in your app level Gradle build file, you need to paste it here after this line. So this is great. And now what we need to do, the next step is we need to add the SDKs that we want to use in our Flutter project. So we need to use the cloud messaging SDK in the project, so we need to paste that, but I'm just copy this one as well. So we need to paste it right at the below in the dependencies. And now we need to copy the cloud messaging SDK as well. So you can get the SDK, you can see here, add SDK for any other desired Firebase project. So you can go on the link and you can get the SDKs as well. But what I'm doing, I'm going on Firebase cloud messaging. And inside it, we can go in the Android. So there you can find the SDK for the Android. So you just have to copy this guy and you need to paste it here. Now we are good to make the things real because we have added everything that we need to add for making what we are doing. So just click on the next, and now what we need to do, we need to just sync now. So this would install all the dependency that we have just added. So the Android project is synced now successfully. Now we can close this module. We don't now need to work on that. So what we need to do now, we need to add a dependency in this Flutter project. So the dependency we need to add is Firebase messaging. So you can find it on pub.dev by searching the name. Here it is. And now you just need to go in installation tab. You can find this dependency that you need to add in order to install this. So just copy this and open the pubspec.yaml file. And after the Cupertino icons, you can just paste this line. Now you just have to click on this packages get. This would install the package in your application. So this is what you need to do in your Flutter part of your application. And we have added the SDKs and we have integrated the Firebase in the Android module. And this is what we need to do in the Flutter project. Now I advise you to reopen the application if you have already opened it. So just close the application and start again. This would refresh everything. Now let's open the Firebase console. So it is giving me the message as well that we have connected our application. Now click on continue. Now we need to go in the cloud messaging that you can find in the Grow panel. And now click on the send your first message. Now let's make a notification. So you have to fill this form. Now give some title like testing, and you need to give some notification text. So this is notification testing. Keep in mind that we haven't done a single line of code. We have just added dependencies and we have just added SDKs. And now what we need to do, click on the next. Now we have to give the target of the audience we want to capture. So just select your app and click on next, and scheduling, click next. Now you can click here next as well. Now let's before sending the message, let's keep the application in the background. And now let's click on the review and click on publish. So this would send the message in the application. So you can see the campaign was successfully happened, and you can see the notification in the system tray as well. So this is exactly the same message that we have sent from this Firebase console. So you can see the testing, and you can see this is testing, this is notification testing. So how great is that we haven't done a single line of code, yet we are receiving the notification. So that is the beauty of Firebase. And now let's go in some detail of this Firebase cloud messaging. Now say we want to get the notification in the application so that we can process it and take action accordingly. Yeah, we are getting it in the notification tray, but we cannot process it since we are not getting it in the application. So now let's see how we can achieve this. To achieve this, we need to do a little native coding as well. So what we can do, let's open the Android module again separately so that we can do it easily. You can select a new window for that. Now we need to do some copy paste steps. So I want you to open the Firebase messaging dependency again. And there you can go in the README where you can find the code that we need to copy and paste. First of all, you need to open the manifest file. So you can open it by going in app, and inside it we have manifest, and there we have Android manifest file. So now we need to copy a code that you can find it on Firebase messaging as well. So this is the code we firstly need to copy. So just copy it, and you need to paste it inside the activity tag. So you can paste it after this. So this is great. Now what's this code actually? We'll be using some callbacks like on resume and on launch for getting the message or the notification in the application, and that will be fired when the user tap on the notification from the notification tray. So this is the part of that code to register click event on the notification. Now the second step is you need to make an application class inside where your main activity is. So you just have to create a new class and just name it application. And this is what you need to do. Now we can copy and paste some code. So you can find again Firebase messaging dependency, and inside it we have some code given. So in the application.java class we need to add some code. So you can just copy this all. This is just the copy paste stuff, not a very logical things. So you just have to paste this. Now there's one thing that you need to see that it gives some error. So what I found a solution. So you just have to remove this, and I have a code for this. Basically we need to register the Firebase messaging plugin here. So for registering the Firebase messaging plugin, you can use my code, and you just need to paste it. So this is the code. Oh, we need to import some file. So this is great. So this is the code you can see. Okay. Now this is what we need to do. And the last thing, we need to change the application name. So you just need to come here in the Android manifest, and you just need to write here application, the class that we have just made. So this is all we need to do from the native application, or in the native module. Now we can close this, and now we need to work on the Android or the Flutter part of the application. So I prefer you to close the application and reopen it again so that it can refresh everything. Now for getting the message or the notification in the Flutter application, we need to do some coding. So I'm going in the main.dart file, and in the home page widget, which is the only widget in my application. So I'm going inside it, and inside it I'm making a state variable of Firebase messaging. So this is we need to initialize before doing anything in Firebase messaging. And now in the init state, where we initialize the state variables, we need to configure the Firebase messaging. Inside it will handle the messaging, all the message that we'll be getting from the Firebase. So just write here Firebase, the instance of Firebase messaging, and there you have the configure method. And inside it you can find 4 or 3 callbacks. The first one is on message, and inside it we get the message that we'll be receiving from the Firebase messaging backend. And here you can, inside it, you can do whatever you want to do with the message. You can show it on the screen, you can show some pop-up, you can show some snack bar or some dialog box. You can do whatever you want to do. So what I'm doing, I'm just printing the message on the screen. So I'm making two different text widgets in this screen. I'll make that, and I'll show the message that I will receive from the Firebase backend, and will show this on this screen. So before doing any code inside on message, what I'm doing, I'm making two different text fields that is already available. So what we need to do, just make two text variables. So I'm making a state variable of a string. So it will be the title of the notification that will be showing here. And I'm making another string variable, helper text, and you can give anything. So that will be something like you have received a new message, something like that stuff, and I'll be showing this at the bottom. So firstly, I'll show the title of the notification, and I'll show some helper text. So this is what we need to show. Now we need to parse the message that we'll be getting from Firebase messaging, and we need to initialize this title and helper, whatever we want to do, and we need to show it on the screen. Now before initializing these variables, these state variables, let me tell you a fact that this onMessage callback gets called only when you receive a new message or notification and your app is active. That is, it is in foreground. But if it is in background, then this onMessage will never get called. Now let's initialize this title and helper variable. Now let me tell you a fact that this message that we receive from FCM backend is in the map form. So we have a map, and inside it we have couple of maps again. The first map is of notification, and the second map is of data, because we can send some small amount of data with the notification as well. Now we have a map, and inside it we have couple of maps. The first one is for notification and the second one is for data. And inside the notification map, because we are here more concerned about the notification, inside the notification map we have a field title, so we can get the title from here. So let's initialize the title. So you can use here set state, because you want to update the UI as well. And as I said, inside the message map we have a notification map, and inside the notification map we have a field of title, so you can get the title here. And let's initialize this helper as well. So nothing, just I'm giving here you have receive a new notification. So this is it. Now we want to give the reference of these two variables in this text widgets. So just remove everything from this. I want to show here the helper, so you can just give helper, and here I'm just giving the title. So this is all good. We have initialized the title and the helper text state variable, and we have given the text widget as well. Now we can run the application. And now let's open the Firebase console. And now let's send a new notification. So it should show the title here when we receive a new notification. So you can duplicate this one. So we have easy approach message as title and notification text anything, because we are not concerned about that. So you can see the target. Yeah, it is targeting our application. Scheduling is okay. Everything is okay. Now we can publish it. So it should show here. So you can see here, if you have received a new message, an easy approach message, all the things that we have sent from Firebase console, it's showing here. So this is how you can use or handle the message. Now let's talk about the other callback that is on resume, and that is called whenever we receive a new notification and the app is in background, that it is not active. And when the user taps on the notification, then this callback gets called. So the structure is same like on message. You have a message here that we receive from Firebase backend, and you need to write your async. And inside it, you need to do whatever you want to do. So again, this onResume gets called when you receive a new message, but your application is in background. And when the user taps on the notification from the system tray, then this onResume gets called. So keep in mind. And now we can do whatever we want to do. So you can just copy this tags and you can paste as it is, but you can write some other tags to differentiate. Like you have opened the application from notification. So this is some tags that I want to show on the screen to differentiate that it's from onResume. Now let's run the application. But there's one thing you need to take care of, that whenever you are working with onResume and the onLaunch, you need to send some data with the notification as well. Otherwise, these callbacks, the onResume and the onLaunch, will never get called. So you need to take care of that. Now let's open the Firebase console and let's make a new notification. Now before sending the message, there's one thing that we have missed. Whenever we are receiving the message in onResume or in onLaunch, we don't receive the part of the notification. We just receive the data part of the notification. So what we need to do, we can change it to data, and then we will explicitly send the title field with the data, and then we'll fetch it from here. So let's run this application before sending the new message. And now let's open the Firebase console again and let's make a new notification. So just click here, new notification, and you can give any title because we are not concerned about that, because we are more concerned about the title of the data. So click on next, select the right target, schedule now, next, and here you need to pass the data. So first thing, this is the custom data, the key value pair. So first of all, the title. So you can give onResume testing. And the second thing you need to give is click action. So you need to define here the click action as well. So this is mandatory. If you will not send this, this won't work. And you need to paste, or you need to write here flutter underscore notification underscore click. This is the event that we have registered in the Android manifest. So this is all. We can send any data we want, and then we can fetch the data that we are fetching from here. So we are just fetching the title field from the data. So this is the title field from the data, and on receiving the data, it should show the message or the onResume testing and the helper text, whatever it is here. But before sending the message, as I said, onResume works when the app is in background. So we need to make it in the background. And now let's send the message or the notification. And now we have received the message or the notification that you can see in the system tray. Now on clicking on that, the application must show the data or the title that we have sent from from the Firebase console in the title field, and whatever the helper text it is. So just open the notification. And wow, you can see that it's showing you have opened the application from notification that we have sent that we have given here, and you can see the title that we have sent from the Firebase messaging console. So you can see the onResume testing. So I think this is it from the video. We have another one callback that is on launch. Let me tell you a little about that. This on launch is the callback that gets called when your application is killed. Your application is not in background, nor it is in foreground, and your application is completely closed, and you receive a notification. And when the user taps on the notification, that this on launch gets called. So I want you to figure out this on launch, because I don't like to tell everything, because you have to figure out something that's what make you a good programmer. So this is it from this video. If you like the video, please give a big thumbs up and please subscribe the channel if you haven't subscribed it, and please share the videos with those who want to learn Flutter with easy approach. So thank you for watching.